Welcome back to Mindset English. Today, we're going to learn something that could truly change your life forever. I hope you're doing well and feeling ready, because this is not just another video. It's not just another lesson. This is a moment that might shift the direction of your life. Why? Because today, we're going to talk about personality development. One of the most important things in life, a subject that sadly no one teaches us in school or college. Think about that for a moment. We spend years, literally years, learning how to solve equations, memorize historical dates, understand the laws of physics, or write essays. But when it comes to life outside the classroom, when it comes to the real world, no one teaches us how to be confident, how to express ourselves, how to communicate so powerfully that people stop and listen, how to develop a personality so magnetic that people want to follow, respect, and remember us. Isn't that strange? And that's exactly why people end up spending thousands of dollars on personality development courses, reading piles of self-help books, attending seminars, trying to figure it out on their own. Because deep down we all know, no matter how skilled, how educated, or how intelligent you are, if you don't have a strong personality, your success will always have a limit. Let's get one thing clear. Personality development isn't about wearing expensive clothes or having a fancy accent. It's not about being loud or dominating a room. It's about presence. It's about how people perceive you, how they feel when you speak, how they respond when you enter a room, present an idea, or even just introduce yourself. Here's the good news. You don't need expensive coaching. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars. Because the internet has changed everything. If you're committed, if you're willing to take control, everything you need is right at your fingertips. Knowledge is free. Learning has never been easier. Growth has never been more accessible. But here's the bad news. It's also harder than ever. Why? One word: distraction. 10 years ago, most people didn't spend hours glued to a phone screen. There wasn't this endless cycle of scrolling, binge-watching, and notifications pulling at your focus every second of the day. Today, people are addicted. Addicted to content that does nothing for their growth. Addicted to shortcuts, entertainment, and the illusion of productivity. The real problem today is not lack of opportunity, it's lack of focus. But if you can fix this, if you can master your attention, if you can use technology for your growth, instead of letting it control you, you will be ahead of 99% of the world. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. Starting now, right here, because I promise you this. By the end of this lesson, you will walk away knowing exactly how to build a powerful personality that makes people respect you, remember you, and want to be around you. And as a bonus, you'll improve your English listening and comprehension along the way. So stay with me till the end. Now let's begin. When we talk about personality, the first thing we have to master is communication. It's the one skill that connects everything. Confidence, relationships, influence, even your career. If you can communicate well, doors open. It's that simple. But here's the catch. Most people think they're good communicators. The truth? Most aren't. They don't make eye contact. They either speak too fast or too slow. Their body language is weak. They don't truly listen. They can't express themselves clearly. So let's break it down. Start with eye contact. It's the silent language of confidence. Imagine you're speaking with two different people. One avoids your gaze, keeps looking away, seems unsure. The other holds your eyes calmly, listens with presence, speaks with clarity. Which one earns your respect? Always the second. Eye contact builds trust before a single word is spoken. It shows you're present, confident, and not afraid. It's simple. The next time you talk to someone, maintain natural eye contact, 3 to 5 seconds at a time. Don't stare. Don't look down. Just be calm. Nod occasionally. That small change alone can transform how people perceive you. Next, let's talk about the pace of your speech. Some people rush because they're nervous. Others speak so slowly, they lose their listener. The secret? Speak with controlled power. Adjust your pace based on your message. When you're making a strong point, pause. When you want to build energy, speed up slightly. When you want the message to land, slow down again. This rhythm makes your words more impactful, more memorable. Try it. You'll feel the difference instantly. But here's a truth most people ignore. Communication is not just about speaking, it's about listening. The best communicators listen more than they talk, because listening shows respect. It makes people feel understood. It builds deeper connections. So next time you're in a conversation, don't just wait for your turn to speak. Listen. Really listen. Pay attention. Don't interrupt. Don't think about your reply while they're talking. When they finish, pause. Then respond. These small changes build trust faster than anything else. Now let's move beyond words, because 93% of communication is nonverbal. Your body language matters more than you think. If you say confident words but your posture is weak, people won't believe you. If you speak powerfully but keep shifting nervously or hiding your hands, you lose authority. Stand tall. Keep your back straight, shoulders relaxed. Head up, not stiff, but poised. Practice in front of a mirror. Watch how your presence shifts. Use your hands naturally. Don't hide them in your pockets or fold your arms defensively. Keep them open. Use gestures when explaining things. Avoid pointing too much. It can seem aggressive. Let your hands support your words, not distract from them. Now, let's talk about something most people ignore when developing their personality. Money management. You can look confident. You can speak well. But if your finances are a mess, your stress will show. You can't build long-term confidence if your life is filled with financial insecurity. Here's the truth. It's not about how much you earn. It's about how well you manage what you earn. Some people make big salaries and are always broke. Others earn average incomes but become wealthy. The difference is not in money, it's in mindset. Sadly, schools never teach us this. We learn trigonometry, but not how to budget. We study economics, but not how to avoid credit card debt. We memorize formulas, but never learn how to grow our savings. So let's fix that. One simple rule can change everything. The 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your income goes to essentials. Rent, food, bills. 30% to wants. Movies, shopping, dining out. 20% to savings and investments, not the other way around. Most people save what's left after spending. But smart people do the opposite. They spend what's left after saving. This mindset builds long-term freedom. Next, investments. Saving alone isn't enough. Inflation will slowly eat your savings. If you save $10,000 today, it might only be worth $7,000 in 10 years. But if you invest, that same money grows. Stocks, mutual funds, real estate, these are tools that make your money work for you. Even small amounts invested consistently can grow into massive wealth over time. The earlier you start, the faster it grows. Don't wait until you have more. Start now, even $50 or $100 a month. Time is your biggest asset. And avoid the debt trap. Not all debt is bad, but consumer debt, credit cards, unnecessary loans, is a trap. Ask yourself, do you really need the newest phone if your current one works fine? Are you buying to impress others or to improve your life? If you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it. Let's switch gears. Because a powerful personality isn't just about confidence or communication or money, it's also about survival. What if you're faced with an emergency? What if your car breaks down in the middle of nowhere? What if someone faints right in front of you? Would you know what to do? Most people wouldn't. And that's a huge risk. You don't need to be a doctor or a soldier. But you need basic survival skills. Start with first aid. Learn CPR. It could save a life. Learn how to stop bleeding, how to help someone choking, how to respond to a burn. These are not just skills. They are responsibilities. Also, know how to navigate without GPS. Your phone might die. The signal might disappear. Learn how to use landmarks, how to read basic maps, how to follow the sun or stars. You'll feel more confident, more self-reliant. That confidence shows in everything else you do. Now let's talk about something that many people forget in the age of hustle. Etiquette. You can be rich, smart, successful. But if you lack manners, people will not respect you. It's that simple. Manners are not about being formal. They're about making others feel respected and valued. Speak politely. Use please, thank you, excuse me. Not because it sounds good, but because it feels good to others. It shows awareness. It builds your image. In restaurants, eat with respect. Don't talk with your mouth full. Use your napkin. Keep your phone away. If you're at a buffet, take only what you'll finish. These details matter more than you think. And finally, there's one skill that's becoming more powerful than ever before. Coding. You might think, but I'm not a tech person. That's okay. Even if you're not a programmer, learning the basics of coding is like learning the new language of the world. Everything is digital now. Business, communication, marketing, banking, automation. And in this world, if you understand even basic coding, you have power. You can automate tasks. You can build your own website. You can understand the tools that others use. You don't need to rely on others for every technical problem. Start with Python. Simple, powerful, and beginner-friendly. Or try JavaScript or HTML. You don't have to be an expert. Just get started. Think of it this way. The more skills you develop, the more confident you become. The more confident you become, the stronger your personality becomes. And the stronger your personality becomes, the more people want to follow, trust, and work with you. For beginners, HTML and CSS for website building, JavaScript for making websites interactive. You don't have to be an expert, but knowing the basics can make you way ahead of others. These skills are not just for career growth, they are for life. The more you learn, the more powerful you become. Now that you understand how coding gives you control over the digital world, let's move ahead to something even more impactful. 7. Marketing, the skill that controls everything in the world. What do Apple, Tesla, and Coca-Cola have in common? They all sell products that people already have alternatives for. There are thousands of smartphones, but people still buy iPhones. There are many car brands, but Tesla dominates the market. There are countless soft drinks, but Coca-Cola remains the king. Why? Because of marketing. Marketing is not just about selling products. It's about understanding people's desires, emotions, psychology, and behavior. It's about making people feel like they need something they didn't even know they wanted. It's about creating trust, influence, and demand. Marketing is the reason people stand in line for hours for the latest gadget. The reason some influencers earn millions without selling any physical product, and the reason companies grow from garages to empires. But why should you care if you're not in business? Because everything in life is marketing. When you go to a job interview, you're marketing yourself. When you talk to new people, you're marketing your personality. When you post on social media, you're marketing your lifestyle. Marketing is the ability to influence decisions, and that applies to every single area of life. If you can master marketing, you can master influence. And if you master influence, you will never struggle to get a job, win clients, close deals, or create opportunities. Let's break down the 3 core pillars of marketing that can make you unstoppable. Personal branding. People don't buy products, they buy people. Trust, authority, and credibility are what sell. Think about Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, or Oprah Winfrey. They are not just individuals, they are brands. You can create the same level of trust in your domain. If you're a job seeker, market yourself as the solution to the company's problems. If you're a freelancer, market yourself as the expert who delivers results. If you're an entrepreneur, market yourself as someone who can solve real problems. Build trust, show value, and be consistent. Your name should stand for quality, honesty, and results. The art of storytelling stories are how humans connect. Great marketers don't sell, they tell stories. Nike doesn't sell shoes, they sell ambition. Apple doesn't sell phones, they sell innovation. People remember stories, not features. If you are selling a course, don't say learn Excel in 30 days. Say, this course helped a broke college student get a job in 4 weeks. That emotional pull is what sells. Learn to tell authentic, powerful stories around everything you do, whether it's your career journey, your product, or your struggles. 3. Social media marketing. Earlier, you needed money and connections to advertise. Today, platforms like YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok are free. If you learn how to build your personal brand here, clients will come to you. Opportunities will come knocking. But here's the problem. Most people are consumers of content. They scroll, they watch, they like, and then they forget. Be a creator. Start a page. Share what you know. Document your journey. Talk about your skills. Share your experiences. Post videos, write articles, do reels. You don't need perfection, you need consistency. Marketing is the language of influence. Master it, and you'll never be powerless again. 8. Time management. The skill that controls your entire life. Every person gets the same 24 hours. But some people become millionaires, authors, athletes, CEOs, while others waste those same hours and get nowhere. What makes the difference? Time management. Time is the most valuable asset you have. Unlike money, once time is gone, it's never coming back. Most people don't lose in life because they lack talent or luck. They lose because they waste time on social media, Netflix, gossip, procrastination, and worry. Here's the truth. If you don't control your time will control you. Successful people don't just work hard, they work smart. They know what to focus on, what to ignore, and when to say no. So how can you become a master of time? Prioritize what truly matters. Busy doesn't mean productive. Most people spend their days doing dozens of meaningless tasks, replying to emails, checking messages, running errands, and call it work. Real productivity is doing fewer things, but doing them better. Start each day by identifying your top 3 goals. Ask yourself, will this task move me closer to my goals? Will this matter in 5 years? If the answer is no, cut it out. Say no without. Guilt people will always want your time. Friends, family, co-workers, notifications. If you say yes to everything, you say no to your own growth. Learn to say no politely but firmly. Your time is your life. Protect it. Apply the 80-20 rule. 80% of results come from 20% of actions. Find your 20%. Focus on the things that bring you the highest results, not the ones that feel urgent, but the ones that are important. Time management is life management. Master it, and everything else becomes easier. 9. Decision-making. The skill that determines your destiny. Your life is a result of your choices. Choose the right habits, and you rise. Choose the wrong habits, and you fall. Choose the right partner, and you thrive. Choose the wrong one, and you suffer. The difference between a great life and a hard one is often just a few good decisions. But here's the challenge. Most people don't know how to decide. They overthink, doubt themselves, ask too many people, and end up stuck. Indecision is worse than the wrong decision. So how do you make good choices consistently? Use the 10-10-10 rule. Ask yourself, how will I feel about this in 10 minutes? 10 months? 10 years? This helps you zoom out from the emotion of the moment and see the long-term impact. Stop seeking excessive opinions. Everyone will have advice. But remember, they are not living your life. Listen, but decide for yourself. Trust your intuition, your goals, and your vision. Decide fast. Adjust. Later perfection is a myth. Make the best decision you can with what you know. Take action. Learn from the result. Adjust. Repeat. The faster you decide, the faster you grow. Leaders are not those who are always right. They are those who are always moving forward. 10. Self-discipline. The skill that separates winners from the rest. Everyone wants to be fit, rich, confident, and successful, but very few are willing to do what it takes consistently. That's where discipline comes in. Motivation fades. Inspiration comes and goes. Discipline is what keeps you going when the excitement is gone. Discipline is showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's going to the gym when you're tired, studying when you'd rather scroll, working when others are sleeping. Why discipline beats everything. Discipline gives you freedom. Freedom from regret, from mediocrity, from failure. The more disciplined you are, the easier your life becomes in the long run. The more undisciplined you are, the harder your life gets with time. How to build discipline. Start small. Wake up 15 minutes earlier. Make your bed. Meditate for 5 minutes. Build trust with yourself. Be consistent. Even if progress is slow, never break the chain. Track progress. Measure your goals. Celebrate your wins. Remove temptations. Turn off notifications. Block distractions. Create a success environment. Discipline is doing what you should do, not what you want to do. It's the ultimate superpower. You've now discovered 10 life-changing skills that can transform not just your personality, but your entire life. From communication and body language to time management and financial mastery, these aren't just tips, they are tools. Tools that will shape your future if you use them, but remember, nothing changes until you do. Knowledge is potential power. Action is real power. Choose one skill today and commit to improving it. One day at a time, step by step. If you found this valuable, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Mindset English. This is your home for daily inspiration, real-life skills, and powerful mindset growth. Let's keep learning, keep growing, and keep building the best version of ourselves together.